Let's see that one more time. Now, if you weren't born yesterday, I'm sure you remember a little while ago when everybody on the left was calling Elon Musk a Nazi for doing something similar to this. Yes, they were literally calling him a Nazi. Let's go back and take a look at what Elon did.
Thank you for making it happen. Thank you. My heart goes out to you.
So what many on the left did is they took that clip out of context when Elon did that and literally said, "My heart goes out to you." It was very clear what he was doing. And they tried to disingenuously gaslight the public into thinking that he was Nazi saluting. Now pay attention, because Mamdani did something very similar, just less enthusiastic. Now watch and pay attention. It's very unlikely you'll see Democrats coming out and condemning Mamdani and calling him a Nazi for doing that. And what this shows you is it's not actually about being ideologically consistent or having standards. It's just about slandering your political enemies and your political opponents. It's about narrative control. If they can get people to think that their opponents are Nazis, that's good for them politically. Now look, I don't like Mamdani or what he stands for. I think he's dangerous to the country. But if I'm being intellectually honest, he's not saluting Nazis. That wasn't a Nazi salute. It just wasn't. You didn't see that same thing from Democrats. They tried to gaslight people into thinking that is a Nazi salute. What Elon did is a Nazi salute. I just want you to see the contrast and see the difference. Two people did something very similar. Elon did it, he's called a Nazi because he's a conservative, he's on the right, or he's siding with conservatives. They're not gonna say anything about Mamdani because he's on the left, even though they essentially did the same thing. Again, that's not about ideological consistency, it's just about narrative control, and they want to manipulate people into thinking certain things about their political opponents. That's it. And I want people to see it for what it is. Anyway, that's all I got for now.
Yes, the hypocrisy on the left is alarming. You will not see a single person talking against this. I saw during that period, even the mainstream media picked that up. They were singing like a song. Oh, Elon Musk did this, did that. Just to bring in a different narrative about the Trump campaign. Everything about that day, they turned the narrative. Oh, look at the crowd, how people were doing this. Sometimes when I look at these people, I'm not surprised because they will always do this every single time. When Elon Musk signal his heart goes out to the crowd, that was the song. He's a Nazi. I'm not surprised. There is something actually going on. They turned this inauguration into something else. Bernie Sanders was using the whole thing to spread their normal messages about billionaires. I saw a lot of things during these inaugurations. I just want to play some clips so you can see exactly what actually happened. I understand some people did not follow this up. It is very clear that this man agenda is something a lot of people will start regretting soon.
Thank you to Governor Hochul. Thank you as well to Mayor Adams. Dorothy's son. We will replace the frigidity of rugged individualism with the warmth of collectivism. If our
New York, I promise you do not want this. People are cheering because of a common misconception. A lot of people believe that individualism means isolating yourself, doing things alone, and just hating working with other people. While I think collectivism means working as a team, having strong relationships with your friends and family, and just generally being nice to people. And that all sounds great on the surface, doesn't it? But that's not what these terms mean at all. Individualism means recognizing that people are individuals. It means recognizing that you and other people have your own values, talents, dreams, and personalities. And it means letting people live their lives according to those individual traits. So as an individualist, you can choose to work as a team to have great relationships with your friends and family, but the thing is those relationships are chosen based on who they are as people. While collectivism means treating people like NPCs, like cogs in a machine. People are treated and judged based on superficial labels like race, age, income, nationality, or, some other fact about them that tells you nothing about who they are as a person. Now, I know someone's going to come into my comments and say, but when Mamdani talks about collectivism, he's just talking about teamwork, not all that other bad stuff. But let's remember that Mamdani is a self-proclaimed socialist. And yes, socialism encourages teamwork, but With who and based on what? Under socialism, the government chooses your teams, but the government doesn't know who you are or what you want out of life. So when socialists like Mamdani make decisions for you or for the good of society, they are not treating you as an individual. They are treating you as a cog in the machine, and therefore they can't make decisions that are best for you and for your life. They don't even know you. I mean, think about it this way. Which sounds warmer? Being surrounded by people who you chose to be in your life because they share your values and make your life better as you try to achieve your goals and your dreams? Or letting some politician determine how you live your life when they have no idea who you are and they're not able to read your mind? If you prefer option 2 and don't want to outsource your decisions to some bureaucrat, congratulations, you're an individualist and Mamdani is not your friend.
Yes, a lot of conservatives did not take this to be okay. Ron DeSantis said, the worm of collectivism that always require cohesions and force. How many that over the past 100 years due to collective ideologies? Meghan Kelly did not take it light. No, actually, we are Americans and we don't believe in that. That should tell you how this phrase stir up a lot of people. As Americans, they don't believe in this. That is what people are saying. At a certain point, people pointing out, you don't need to look far. Look at Cuba, what communism is doing to that country. These are some examples that I've seen people are quoting. It is just alarming that this man can't even hide his agenda. Immediately, he was sworn in. There are some measures, some executive orders Mayor Eric Adams signed. He immediately revoked that. People are already noticing something.
Here is what I want you to expect from the administration that this morning moved into the building behind me. We will transform the culture of City Hall from one of no to one of how. We will answer to all New Yorkers, not to any billionaire or oligarch who thinks they can buy our democracy. We will govern without shame and insecurity, making no apology for what we believe.
Should this be the direction the party is going to? He's not the only Democratic socialist. There's about 100 in different offices and places where they've won in this country. I mean, here's a Mamdani quote from his speech. He said, "We will prove that there is no problem too large for government to solve."
I believe you've seen this is just the beginning. Bima put out this segment going against this guy, and this is exactly what people are going to witness. I saw the other day, they are now coming with a bill to tax billionaires. I don't know if businesses will be able to survive. A lot of people are going to leave New York. That is the simple truth. I don't want to make the video long. I think I'm going to end here. Thank you guys for always being there sharing out my videos. God bless you abundantly. As of the short clips you see at the end, that is for the white algorithm. You can skip.
There you go.
$1,500.
Let's see if they get the.
Well,
I want to see
it
them
is coming.
get it.
MAGA's going to break up because of Donald Trump's criticism of Robin.
Can sit at either place. Thank you for coming. I really appreciate it.
So you and your husband were friends with Rob and Michelle Reiner, and
everybody knew that wasn't true.
A dangerous relative as a likely suspect, a tip that led to her brother Nick. Rob Reiner and Nick had a heated argument the night before at Conan O'Brien's Christmas party, being back on his own. In one instance, she said,
We don't
should have said nothing.
The United States to take this family tragedy in which the president had made no comment.
When people ought to have.
Yeah.
Absolute horror.
That 46% represents